Welcome back to Some Offense Intended. I'm Jeremy Robinson.
I am Mike Mick.
I think the camera did something too because it's like a little more up than normal, I think.
Yeah.
That might be why it's brighter.
Could be.
So.
Maybe we're just brighter today.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm going to fix that because that's bothering the shit out of me because you can see the fan spin. Talk about something.
Okay. It is going to be Halloween tomorrow. I love Halloween. It's a great day of the year. I'm not a big fan of holidays, but I will take Halloween. It's not a holiday where you're required to do anything. You don't have to show up places. Things are not closed. You don't have to go shopping for presents or cards.
Much better.
There's no hugs. There's no, it's great.
You can hug people on Halloween.
No. No, it's not the usual holiday. I'm not a big fan of the holiday season that people call it.
Yeah, fucking cringe.
Yeah, that's me.
It was Scrooge.
Yeah, but you see Scrooge and the Bah Humbug thing. That's all about Christmas. Me, I'm
just all of it.
All of it. Yeah.
Well, so I went to Mexico, and I brought back. It's a different bottle, but it was the same thing because
it's tequila.
Me and a roommate drank the last one. It's Centenario Reposado. Mike was like, "Hey, bring me back a bottle." I was like, "I don't have a checked bag, so I don't know that I can." But the duty-free shops at international airports,
yeah,
you can just buy it and then put it in your carry-on.
That's
so if
awesome.
you have a direct flight, which I did,
yeah,
you can just get one. So.
And no duty.
Yeah, no duty.
He said duty.
So. This is pretty fucking delicious. And the shot glass is yours also.
Thank you. I'm going to try not to spill tequila. Because, as you know, my hands shake.
Do they?
A little bit. Smells delicious.
Yeah, it's good. That's Peter got a bottle of Añejo, and I thought we were going to try that too, but it looks like he finished that.
I like Añejo. I like Reposado too.
Bad. Cheers.
Cheers.
It is delicious.
That is good.
Yeah, that's what I was drinking when I was down there.
I'm not familiar with this one, but I like it.
It is tasty. So one of the biggest things I thought it was super weird was when we landed in Guadalajara. I'm not one of those people that just stands up immediately because then you just stand up to do nothing.
Yeah.
Right when the plane lands. But nobody stood up when the plane landed and like we were at the gate. Nobody stood up.
That's weird.
And I'm like, what's going on? And I heard them over the intercom thing. They were like, one of the flight attendants will let you know like when you can get up and like get your stuff and leave. So like the flight attendant would walk from the front to the back, and as she walked past, opened up the overhead bins, and then like as soon as she walked past, you can go. So like, I think it worked.
That's orderly.
Very fucking well. Like it was way more organized. Like it worked like faster. It's more efficient. Like that's fucking great.
See, but now you said stand up and just stand there and do nothing, but if the person in front of you's got a hat, you can always smack their hat off their head and be like, oh, I'm sorry. I
didn't see you there. So, another unheard of. So, I upgraded seats to the emergency exit row.
Yeah.
Because, fuck it, why not? I had the whole emergency exit row to myself there and back.
I hope you were ready for an emergency because they were going to rely on you. You were alone.
Well, there was three other rows.
Yeah, but you're on that side. You got to...
I'll open that door. I'll Sparta kick that bitch.
I like the emergency exit row. It's you got some extra seat, extra room.
Oh, it was nice. And then so the first plane, the one on the way there, you could fold the armrests up. So I had the armrests folded up because there's fucking nobody there.
Yeah.
So like if I didn't want to sleep, I would move to the middle seat so I have more shoulder space and stretch out a little bit and relax and read. And I'm like, okay, it's time to sleep again. So I moved back over to the window and lean up against the wall. Then the way back, there was, I think, an older plane because you couldn't, it was like the hard rails for the seats that you couldn't fucking move up. And it had the button to recline, but you couldn't recline it, I think, because it's an exit row.
Yeah.
Like, then why have the button, bro? Like, I was sitting there for a while, I was like jamming the button, like, let me fucking do it.
Yeah. I've been the only one in the row. It's nice.
Yeah.
But a lot of times when I'm on a plane, obviously I'm not on by myself a lot of the time, and I just have to put my earbuds in because for some reason people want to talk to me.
I haven't had that in a while.
I don't invite it.
But I also sleep. Like, the way back, I was asleep before we even taxied.
I did that.
Like, we were working on taxiing and I was out. I'm like, wake up. I'm like, why are we not fucking moving? It had only been like 4 to 10 minutes ish. There's another like 3 planes you can see out the window that are waiting to take off. Oh, okay.
See, I when I had flown to Hawaii, I was flying I had to go from Vegas to L.A. and I actually, because I had to go early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the bar and I had some drinks, and I had somebody drop me off at the airport, and I had quite a few drinks. I went to a bar that's unfortunately not there anymore. There's one location, but it's not on the side of town I lived in. It's called Shucks.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, well,
Shucks Tavern.
I knew the bartender, and I knew the people who cooked. Like, I'd go to look at a menu, and they'd take it away from me and go, what do you want? And they'd make anything I want. But, so that I went to fall asleep on the airplane as it was pulling out to go taxi. I fell asleep. I woke up, and the plane was back at the terminal. I'm like, what happened? And then there was an announcement. We were delayed forever. Like, we were supposed to get there around noon. We didn't get there till like 3.
Damn.
Yeah. Which it worked out because the rest of the people I was meeting there, they flew from other areas. They didn't get there till 3, so we all ended up getting there about the same time.
Oh, that's
I
convenient.
didn't have to sit around the airport waiting 3 hours for the rest of the people to show up.
So I had to wait for like 2 hours till my friends showed up in Guadalajara.
Yeah.
So I went outside and like found a smoking area, and like, cause I don't know if you can use your vape inside anywhere, fucking like you can almost, but definitely not in airports. So I found a smoking area, and like I see a bunch of people, like they're all like swatting bugs and like just looking, I don't know, just weird. I'm like, look around. I'm like, holy shit, there are a lot of mosquitoes. Like, they're like hovering around the trash cans mostly. So like, apparently, obviously a lot of liquid. You're going to the airport and just dump everything.
Yeah.
But after like 2-3 minutes, I'm like, hold on. None of them are coming to me. This is nice.
Nice.
And then I talked shit too much because the last day, I think it was like, I was there 6 days. I think day 4, I was talking shit about it. I'm like, yeah, like I think I have 1. And the last day, probably got like 15 on fucking both legs, like right above my sock, like almost in my sock. Like, oh, well, that's what I get.
See, when I was at Yosemite, we had so many mosquitoes around us. We'd gone in June instead of July like we had the year before, and it was ridiculous. I could not believe how many mosquitoes were around there because the snow was melting. It was just standing water.
Oh, I was going to guess it was because Nick Benbow left something out when he was living there. Never seen somebody with so many fucking Yosemite clothes in my life.
Oh, yeah, I know. He had a shirt for every day of the week.
At least.
I had one.
Yeah.
And it had a map, and it showed where we were at on the map.
That's cool.
Because there was a trail you could go to. No.
Oh, well, that's less cool.
But it showed it showed the trail that people could go on and the different stops. And the place we were at was one of the stops on the hike. So people would hike to each spot and then sleep there overnight, get breakfast, and go to the next spot.
That's cool.
And it's an all-day hike too, because it's a long, long hike.
I don't think I've ever been to Yosemite. I think I've been to Yellowstone once. I was super
I've
little.
never been to Yosemite. I mean Yellowstone. I've been to Yosemite a few times.
I've been to Mount Rushmore once, super little.
I went to Mount Rushmore 3 times.
And I went to Zion plenty of times.
I've been to Zion once.
Zion's fucking nice.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I highly recommend, though, going to Yosemite. go to the valley floor the first time, even though it's packed, because you got to see, like, because you can see all the things. You can see Half Dome. You can see Yosemite Falls. You can see Bridal Veil Falls. Bridal Veil Falls is impressive. It's huge. And to give you an idea of how huge, Niagara Falls?
Yep.
One of the falls there is Little Bridal Veil, because the big Bridal Veil is in Yosemite.
I didn't know that.
The one in Yosemite they just call Bridal Veil. I used to have refrigerator magnets that had Yosemite Falls and Bridal Veil Falls.
Huh. I think I saw it on Joe Rogan's podcast, but I was looking at it a little more, and I came up with a theory, like how everybody's like, oh, well, your metabolism just changes after like 30. There was some study done because they were trying to figure out, like, during a chess tournament, like, a lot of people were losing weight, like, over a month. Like, a lot of players would lose a lot of weight. So they started doing a study about it, and they found out that chess players can burn up to, like, 6,000 calories a day from how much, like, strategic thinking and planning and, like, everything of, like, they're sitting there, but it's up to 6,000 calories a day that they burn doing that.
I haven't played chess in years.
That's
what happened.
A lot of
I stopped playing
calories.
chess and I got fat.
So my theory on it is when you're young, like, you're curious about everything, figure everything out, like, think about this. And then, like, once you hit 25, 30-ish, you normally, like, career, family, this, that, like, you're in a routine that doesn't really change and you don't have to think about anything. Like, you go to work, you work. It's normally the same every day.
Mm-hmm.
You go home, you take your shoes off, you say hi, get a beer, or whatever you do. Play a video game maybe, watch a movie, go to sleep, get up, do it again. All the same, all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's a routine.
I think that's why the metabolism falls off. After reading about the chess players burning that many calories, I don't think it has to do with, like, oh, your metabolism changed or your body changed. No, you're just not utilizing your
I can honestly
head.
say my metabolism changed when I quit smoking.
Yeah. That's often for a lot of people.
Because it was shortly after I quit smoking that I started really gaining the weight.
Yeah. A lot of people, for some people, it's like snacky instead of fucking smoking.
And the way I quit, I just stopped.
Yeah.
Most people don't.
No.
Most people try to wean themselves off it, but it doesn't work. Some people get the gum.
Yeah, I will never fucking chew the gum, ever. I have a friend that I used to work with in Vegas that had, like, he smoked like 2 or 3 packs a day.
That's what I did.
So when he did the gum, he was like, want a cigarette, like, chew some gum. So it was off, like, almost all the time chewing gum. He lost like 60% of the hearing in his left ear.
Damn.
He lost like 3 teeth from, like, the gum or the chemicals or fucking something, or how hard he was chewing. I don't fucking know. But he had the teeth when he was fucking smoking, and now he doesn't.
You see, like, I know my mom chewed the gum for a lot of years, and she never had a problem.
She probably didn't, like, whole packs of fucking gum either.
No. But she chewed, I used to go to the store and have to pick it up for her. And the closed stores didn't have the ones she wanted, so I had to go further. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gotten me thinking about, like, just the whole metabolism thing of, like, what's the, like, threshold on how much you have to think to start fucking burning calories thinking.
Get online and start playing chess.
I mean, I enjoy chess, but I don't know that that's the answer.
I'm just saying it might help. You could be playing chess against people all over the world.
Sure.
Because I'm not getting back to chess. It's been so long since I played.
It's fun every now and then it's like, well, like, a lot of these people, like, they know the names for every move, for every opening, for every fucking this, for that.
Every gambit, every...
Yeah, like, I'm just trying to play chess, bro.
Yeah.
So then I get pissed off or frustrated after, like, probably 5 games. I'm like,
that was fun.
Yeah.
Now on to something else.
Yep.
Yeah. Monopoly. checkers.
So what you got for notes?
I got a lot, but there was one I wanted to tell you about. Somebody showed me this at work. It's done in Australia. They've got these chariot races, but it's not just chariots. It's you've got the chariot with the person riding, and what pulls it are two motorcycles.
Oh, I've seen videos of that.
And they've got the way they steer it with the. Oh, it was crazy.
It looks amazing.
I'd never seen it. That was awesome. Well, that's taking chariot racing to a new level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go to an event if they did that in person.
I would race at one of those.
Yeah, I figured you would. I was thinking that as I was telling you about it, yeah.
Yeah.
And he showed me the video of it while we were working on it. I just thought that was really fucking cool. And I've said this many times. I've mentioned that common sense is not a thing.
Yes.
It is a made-up concept. This is not something I say to be funny or because I'm saying people are stupid. I'm not saying people aren't. There are some stupid people. I'm not saying all people are. But common sense, it's a myth. And I looked it up again. It's a psychological myth. If you go to any of these psychology websites, they will tell you it is not a thing. People just come up with this to...
Oh, it actually says it on psychological fucking published papers.
Yeah, that's where I got this. Common sense, psychologically, is a myth. Yeah. So
I like how that you're so worried about humanity that you every now and then check to make sure that common sense is still a myth.
No, I'm just trying to prove that I'm right.
Don't twist it.
I'm right.
Don't twist it. You're concerned about humanity.
Oh, shit.
It's touching.
Yeah, I'm concerned. I show it every day. So here's something. Like if there's common sense, like when I'm driving down the road and I find weird shit on the sides of the road.
Yeah, you stop in your lane. You open your door without looking, and then you walk around the back of your car and pick it up.
Yeah.
Or just look at it, take a picture, and then get back in your car.
I saw recently a table and a chair. The table was upside down with the face sticking up in the air, just sitting on the side right off the freeway. I've seen a couch in the middle. Like there was an accident because this couch fell off somebody's back of somebody's truck. Every day when I drive over here to do this, on the side of 80, there's a bunch of onions.
Yeah.
Of course, that's where I stopped. I had to pick up some onions. It's better than actually paying for them, you know?
Yeah. I've seen onions often on the sides because they come from Cali through the 80 to fucking wherever they're going.
This particular spot where these onions are have been there for a long time now.
Well, go pick them up and plant them. They're probably fucking sprouting.
They've been there for well over a month.
Huh?
They just sit there, yeah.
Drop them off at Burger King.
I just slam on my brakes, grab an onion.
Yeah, go take a bag full of them to Burger King and say, here, put these in the batter before you fry them.
Yes.
Then they'll have onion rings.
Yeah, they need that because they really don't have onions in the burger. It does in the Western, in the rodeo burger they do, but not on the order you get. But one of the more interesting things that I saw on the side of the road on the way to work, you know how there's when the 80, how there's one when you're going west, there's a part that's raised. And, well, if you look up on that hill, there's actually like a semi tire attached.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Like it was just rolling, bouncing, and then just like fast enough that it impaled itself on a fucking bolt. And
it just stuck there. And it's been there for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I first saw it when you were in Mexico.
Yeah, I fucking it might have been the week before, but I'm surprised it's still there.
Yeah, it was. I just saw it there.
I was expecting it to for sure only be there for like 2 days.
I saw it there Saturday for yeah, it's been there definitely for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny. Of course, I should have been paying attention to the road and maybe not the tire stuck to a barricade.
I mean, but you just said common sense doesn't exist, so that's why you're paying attention to the tire.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. But like, if
case closed.
If common sense existed, the person with the table and the chair might have had it in their back of their truck better, or the person with the couch might have had it on the back of their truck better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's also people that strap down piles of dirt onto the back of flatbed trucks.
Yeah.
Strap down
dirt.
A pile of dirt.
But they won't strap down a couch.
No, Got my hand on it. It's good.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but I was with somebody
Sorry about that.
where he had a mattress on the top of his truck, and he was like, "Hold on to it." I'm like, "That's not gonna work."
I've roughly had to do that before.
I did it. But
This thing's still
what did you do?
tapped it. Okay, it's quiet now. Yeah,
Right.
maybe. Okay. Nope. I don't know. Maybe I fucked it up.
I think you did.
We'll have to wait a little bit and see if it finally dies down.
So the other thing I did see, I was watching the Darwin Awards, and this guy, he's sitting at his desk, he's doing stuff on his computer, and he's got his gun sitting on the desk next to him. So his friend comes walking up. He's, "Oh, that's a gun." Picks it up, looks at it, puts his hand in front of it, holds the gun, and he's looking at it. Finger, of course, on the trigger. Shoots himself in the hand.
Was the friend that was sitting at the desk on the other side of the hand?
No, he was sitting here. He's on his computer. He's got his fingers on his... The other guy picks up the thing, and he's pointing at his own hand.
Well, no, I meant like if he picked it up. It
no, he didn't
stopped
shoot
buzzing, by the way.
Good.
I don't know if you noticed.
I noticed.
But yeah, no, like if he accidentally shot the fucking...
No, he just
it's
shot
not
it.
even an accident at that point. It's just fucking ignorance. But
Yeah, but he kind of turned. He was a little startled that the guy, picked up his gun and just decided to fire it into his own hand.
yeah.
Yeah. So there's rules of guns, and one of them is to assume it's loaded, not put your finger on the trigger till you're ready to shoot it.
Well, that's actually two different rules.
Well, but I said there's rules, plural, but he broke pretty much every rule.
Yeah.
Of gun safety.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. There was another guy who was at a wedding party, and he's doing what they do, where they shoot off guns.
Yeah.
And he's shooting his gun, and then he goes and he lifts it up and ends up shooting another wedding goer in the head. Kills him right there.
Wow.
You just see the guy just fall. Some
Wow.
people on the internet were calling it premeditated, like that was his whole plan. He's shooting the gun, and then he just went perfectly to hit him in the head.
Huh.
I doubt that, but yeah.
Yeah, that would be a lot of planning for someone dumb. So for anybody that doesn't know how things work, like physics or gravity I forgot gravity doesn't exist. So if you shoot a bullet into the air, cartridge, whatever you want to fucking call it, the bullet comes out and it goes up.
Yes.
And then at a certain point, because it doesn't keep going up forever,
it eventually comes down.
It's not going to go into space. It eventually fucking comes down.
Well, fortunately, there's no gravity, so it'll just go into space.
Well, if there was no gravity, it would just stay where it lands. But yeah, so it comes down, but not where you are, because there's 0.1% chance that you're shooting it straight up.
Yeah. Perfectly straight up to where there's no arc, there's no nothing where it just goes straight up and straight down. No, that's not happening.
At all. So
I mean, if you're living in a cartoon world, yes.
Like you can catch it back in your own gun and whatever.
Yeah.
So it'll go somewhere else and have a great chance at hitting something or someone else on the other side. Like it might not be as fast as coming out the gun in the first place, but it can still fuck somebody up.
I heard a story about a guy in Texas. He showed up at the doctor's office complaining of headaches.
Yes.
And he had one in his head.
I read a similar story, and it's been in a couple of different TV shows, similar shit happening.
But in this case, the guy didn't shoot up in the air. He shot, and then he was at this angle, and he was at the
so he didn't even have it up yet? I thought you meant
he was shooting up, and then it was kind of went down. And then
that's my point.
And then he was at
if you're stupid enough to shoot up in the first place,
yeah,
and then right after to plan out exactly where someone's gonna, I think that's far fetched.
But he did. I mean, I saw the video, and he kind of went, and it was it was straight to his head. You just saw the body just go down.
Huh.
Then another guy, he brought out a bigger gun, and he was indoors shooting this thing off at a reception, and everybody's like, what the fuck just happened? You see this DJ just stop and turn, and this guy's got this big gun, and it just like a chain-fed gun,
I don't understand why
and he
people
shoots
think
it
it's
into
a
the
great fucking
ceiling.
idea to do dumb shit like that. I don't get it.
I like the ones who like to shoot the rock, rocket-propelled grenades, out of their cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a good idea. But when the bullet goes out forward, or the whatever projectile you have, something comes. There's going to be equal opposite reaction. And you shoot one of those RPGs in the back of your car, something's coming out of the back of that as well as out of the front.
Yeah. Then it
That's
blows
where the fun
windows out
starts.
or lights the car on fire or whatever.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Probably.
Yeah. But I do have another interesting thing that I ran across. People always talk about the Simpsons and how the Simpsons predict things.
Is it the Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury fight?
No.
Oh, okay, because I just saw that like Simpsons predicted it.
No, this is something different. This is which I don't even know. I didn't even see the result of that fight yet.
You want to know about it?
Yeah, one second. Let me finish this. So on The Simpsons, I watched the episode I watched yesterday. Monty Burns bought Twitter and gave it to his wife. He got married in that episode. And he said, "Oh yeah." She's like, "What? A Twitter gift card?" He said, "No, Twitter. I bought you Twitter. I got it cheap because the previous owner had to sell it after his self-driving Mars rocket hit the International Space Station."
How long ago was that episode?
That was I just watched it last night.
Oh, the new
It
one?
was like a new one, yeah.
Okay.
So is that a prediction? Are they predicting what's going to happen?
Well, I thought you were getting to the point where it was like, this was like an episode from 8 years ago. And it's like, well, obviously, who is the owner of a self-driving propelled rocket to Mars? Elon.
Yeah.
So I thought you were going to say like that's...
Well, but he hasn't sold Twitter, so
Well,
I'm
no,
saying...
no. But that he owned Twitter at one point. I thought that's what you were getting at, is that they predicted he was going to own Twitter. But I mean...
No, they called him the previous owner.
No.
So Mr. Burns bought it from...
I get that.
Yeah. So I'm saying, but at some point, the prediction has to be just a prediction and not something that came true.
But if it wasn't a new episode, then it would also be predicting that,
oh yeah,
as the past owner, he owned it at some point. That's why I was asking the timeline on when it was.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I mean, is that something we're going to see happen now?
I mean, yeah, but it could be fucking 20 years.
Yeah. I'm just saying that
they've never been consistent on their fucking timelines of like when the predictions come true.
But if somebody says, it does a prediction for it, there's got to be a point when you look at it before it actually happens and goes, well, is that what we're going to be seeing?
Yeah, but like, so if they were consistent with how much time was in between their predictions and when they came true, that would be a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's
But I just thought it was interesting to hear him say that.
commonality there.
But he still called it Twitter.
Yeah.
So it might have been last year's episode.
Or they just refused to call it X.
Yeah, could be.
I should have got water.
Well, it takes a long time to get the episodes out. I mean, to write them and draw them and all that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the time that they actually made the episode, it might have still been called Twitter. And then I can go back in and change it.
Yeah, I would believe that.
Yeah. Like I remember when the Family Guy, when they killed Brian.
Yes.
And I was at work and I was like, this guy tells me, he's like, yeah, see, it worked. All the fans complained. They got rid of that other dog and they brought Brian back. I'm like, no, this was in the works from the beginning. They didn't just make this episode last week. It takes a year to make these fucking episodes.
Yeah.
This was their plan all along. He's like, oh, you just ruined it all for me. Like, sorry for reality.
Well, go put your head back in the sand then, boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Ngannou Fury fight, Ngannou knocked him down. He knocked Fury down in round 3, like whopped the shit out of him.
All right.
And like he looked stunned as fuck. So like that was part of the Simpsons predicted it one of like him hitting him. There was some black guy that Homer boxed, and the black guy like
Frederick Tatum.
Squarely in the jaw, and he's just stunned, dazed, but Homer still won.
No, Homer lost.
Oh well, they showed the part that I saw showed him like lifting Homer's arm up.
Homer got taken when he was in the heavyweight championship fight. Mo came in with those fan man things and pulled him out of the ring because he was going to get killed in the ring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then there you go. See, I didn't predict it because the screenshots I saw was like them lifting up Homer's arm like he won. Fury won.
I figured he might. He's a pretty good fighter.
But he won by decision, and like a lot of people are pissed off about it. They're like, yeah, they're not going to let an MMA guy come in there, only train for a year, and then win.
Yeah.
But
maybe that's one of the Paul's next fights.
That's what somebody else was telling me. They're like, nah, Paul would have won.
No, I'm not saying against Fury. I'm saying against the MMA guy.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to actually fight against somebody who's a professional fighter, boxer, you know. But
yeah.
But now they don't want to fight him either because he just he did so well against the champ.
Yeah. Like that's, it was a split decision. So like it was close.
Maybe then maybe there'll have to be a rematch.
I wouldn't doubt it.
That's usually what happens when there's a split decision. And it's hard to beat champ on a decision. You pretty much have to knock the champ out. It's the champion's advantage.
That's kind of fucking stupid.
Oh, I agree.
Just like if...
but I'm just going through history.
Say you have a review process of like how employees do on a scale of 1 to 5, and you can only ever get 3s and 4s, and you can't get a 5. Maybe don't have it.
Well, no, the thing is that I don't like is when they do that, they'll be like, we have this review thing, we have 5s, and nobody can have a 5. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to get rid of the 5, and now nobody can have a 4.
No, exactly. Of like, at that point, like going back to the boxing judge shit, why is it okay that they're biased towards the champ? Aren't they supposed to score the fucking hits, the accuracy?
I don't agree with the process. I'm just saying.
No, right. But
historically, that's what's happened.
Why would that be a thing that they can be biased towards the champ? That seems fully illegitimate and shitty.
See, that's why you need boxers with power like Tyson had, and it just ends a fight 90 seconds, and then there's no question. There's no going to the judges.
Yeah.
The judges are there just to watch.
Yep. Like, that was a nice 15 minutes. I'm going to go eat.
And the undercard, they're sitting there waiting through the undercard to get to the Tyson fight, and then it's like a minute and a half, and it's already over.
Yeah.
Thanks. And the people who paid for the pay-per-view were like, oh, you got to be fucking kidding me. I paid this money to watch you fight for 90 seconds.
I mean, so I used to think the same way, but now I don't know that I care because like a couple of the UFC main cards were over in like 15 seconds.
Oh, I know.
And I'm like, bro, like paying for that. I'm like, I'm fucking mad. But then you're like, well, you still got to see them fight. And like maybe whoever you wanted to win won, maybe they lost. You still got to see them fight and an outcome. It's not like it was 15 seconds into the fight and they're like, I'm sorry, but we can't show this fight anymore. And you don't fucking know what happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, fucking, I don't know.
It never bothered me because I usually caught the fight. I didn't actually pay for pay-per-view, so I like the people who had parties for the fight. It's like, you still have a party.
Yeah.
Enjoy your party. Have fun.
That's normally how I watched them, was at either bars or parties at friends' houses.
One year we were watching one of the fights, and we were all at work. We didn't get off work until late, so we waited until all of us got off work and went over to a friend's house, and we watched the recorded fight. And,
nice.
Yeah, that was a pretty good fight. It wasn't as quick as some of the other ones. Yeah, I watched a lot of Tyson's fights. A lot of the quick fights.
I don't know that I've seen almost any of them.
Yeah, Spinks, he knocked him out, and I think that's one that was like 96 seconds, 90-some seconds.
That's quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
You could actually put like a compilation of it wouldn't even have to just put the knockout. You could just put the whole fight, and it wouldn't take up much time. But there were some really good boxers. Roy Jones Jr. was one of my favorites. He was so good.
I don't know if I saw any of those either.
He also had he had a bit of style. So he'd go to the ring. Like I remember one in particular. His Mike Tyson went out. He just had the towel over his head.
Yeah.
Or over his chest. Roy Jones Jr. His robe. He went out into the ring one time, and I loved it. It looked like a tux.
That's fucking great.
And then he had of course he had to have it so the sleeves so the boxing gloves could come out when he took it off. But it was great. I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
That's hilarious.
Have a little flair. And then he would taunt people. He would be in the ring, and he'd be like, yeah, go ahead and hit me. And then, bam, knock you out. Should have hit me when you had a chance.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, he was great. Yeah, he also fought for the U.S. in the Olympics.
That's still... There's often that I forget boxing is in the Olympics.
Yeah. I used to be a bigger boxing fan, but it's just...
It's too rigged.
It's too much like you can't even get the fights you want to see. Like in UFC, if there's a couple of people that are really good, and they're like, yeah, these two need to fight, they make it happen.
Oh, okay.
In boxing, when Pacquiao and Mayweather finally fought, that was 5 years too late. I didn't give a shit by the time they got in the ring. I put money on it, but I didn't give a shit. And I was mad when I found out that Pacquiao had a torn rotator cuff. He couldn't be very active. He's normally a very active puncher.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have put money on him to win if I'd have known he was hurt.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm still pissed off about that one. I had him knocking him out in the 6th.
Oh, yeah, and if you're not punching a lot, that's not happening.
But I did that because, the payout was good.
Yeah.
I mean, I put a couple bets on it, so I hedged my bet. But still, that pissed me off. I wanted Pacquiao to win so bad. I've just never been a fan of Mayweather.
Me either. He likes to dance and hug.
Yeah.
Dance and hug and...
Carry a backpack with $1 million in it.
I'm not saying I could beat him. I'm not saying he's not good, but he dances and fucking hugs. I'm like, it's a strategy. Just like people that get fucking mad in Halo when I take the rockets and I take the shotgun and I take the energy sword, and they're fucking mad about it. Like, well, they're like, you're a power weapon whore. I'm like, well, I killed you to take that power weapon.
Yeah.
So
you must have liked the power weapon yourself too before you lost it.
But also, do better.
Yeah.
Because if I can stay alive and keep power weapon whoring, like it's a strategy, maybe do better.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe come up with a better strategy of your own.
Yeah.
Because your strategy seems to be working.
Of killing me when I have the power weapons, and you can take them back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well.
I have another note here that I saved. It's an article from October 19th that is actually really surprising. Like it's a stride it's a medical thing. A stride forward in a very good fucking direction. By the title of it, it sounds a little wrong. In a huge first, scientists transfer Alzheimer's to healthy young animals.
I'd actually heard some breakthroughs on Alzheimer's recently.
So, like, yeah, it kind of sucks they gave Alzheimer's to fucking young animals. However, if they were able to give it to fucking healthy young animals, that means they're pretty close to figuring shit out about it.
Yeah.
And it basically talks about the role of the gut microbiome. Like I've been reading so much more about like your gut bacteria and microbiome, like how your body functions a lot based off of your gut. Of like people that are like either anxious or nervous or this or that, like that ulcers and they just always like either depressed or anxious or this or that. And like their stomach's always fucking horrible and ulcers and this and this and that. So, and that's one of the reasons that you can actually get, I think, have we talked about this before? That you can like get good shit and like do a shit injection?
No, we've never talked about this.
Do you know about that?
No.
So like say you don't have good gut bacteria at all and like there's issues that you're having. Mm-hmm. It's obviously like a doctor that's going to do this.
Yeah, I would hope it wouldn't be just somebody on the street corner.
Yeah, just here's a bag of shit, go put it in you. Yeah, it's not like that. So what it does is they test whatever sample because there's a site you can actually like sell shit to.
I was going to say, if I have
your
good
own
shit,
human shit.
If I have good shit, does that mean I could?
Yes, you can sell it.
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll find that fucking website and we'll pop it in the description when this one comes out. But basically, you get a good sample of stool, and then a doctor goes snap, and then shoves it up in you. I'm sure it's a little more gentle than that, but like
I was thinking there was gonna be some kind of injection tube
there might be.
because the
That'd
hand
probably make it easier.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was just thinking like Jurassic Park.
You just made me think of a whole new
But
eBay store.
so that Jesus Christ. But so then the good sample and like all the bacteria and like microbiome that's in that can spread and take over the bad shit, and then like, okay, now you have good bacteria. Like good gut health and good this, good that. That's like super extreme. There's a lot you can do before you get to that.
But it just makes me I've heard people who smoke weed talking about and saying this is good shit. But that just puts a whole new spin on that. Yeah, I'm gonna go buy some good shit tonight.
But so it says using gut microbiota transplants, an international team of researchers has shown memory impairments in humans with Alzheimer's can be passed on to young healthy rats. It also revealed specific bacteria in the gut that are directly linked to cognitive decline in Alzheimer's patients. Blah, blah, blah. This highlights the gut microbiome as a key research area for Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia that could lead to new ways to treat the disease, obviously. They're normally diagnosed after the onset of cognitive symptoms, which may be too late for like the gut thing to work, but it says it's a start, and then if they can figure that out, there you go. So like maybe you go take a fucking, because I think you can swab like your saliva and you can get a good like gut microbiome makeup from that. So like maybe it'll be like after you're 50, 60, go get a fucking mouth swab like every 3 months, every 6 months, and they're like, hey, you need a fucking shit transplant.
You need some shit.
Need some shit in your life.
You need some good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my eBay store is going to be called the Good Shit Store.
Yeah, but I thought that was fucking fantastic.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So,
Alzheimer's is horrible.
Yeah. Awful.
They don't have that burger anymore.
Oh. I don't think I ever had it.
I never did. Yeah, but the little nugget's gone.
I am fucking hungry. We should stop talking about food.
Well, I'm going to go to Wendy's after I leave here.
I think Peter got Little Caesars, so I'll probably have some of that.
I think there needs to be a Big Caesars.
It's Hillary Clinton. She has big seizures.
Yeah. She's got a temper.
Yep.
After she, it's famously known that after she lost the election, she destroyed a couch in her place.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's famously known that she has a kill list.
Oh, yeah,
that's also
that
true.
too. Yeah, but that's the whole Clinton family, which I don't want to end up on that, so I'm gonna stop talking.
Yeah, probably already said too much.
I probably already said, yeah. Well, there are a lot.
It's a good thing they don't know what we look like.
There's yeah. There's a lot of unexplained.
I'll just blur my face out when I say that.
Yeah.
So they don't know which one it was.
But there's a lot of unexplained deaths around them.
A lot.
Can't be coincidental.
No.
The most recent.
Somewhere between 1 and I think 50 might be coincidental, and that's a high number.
Yeah.
But what is it, like 300 or 400 something?
I don't even know now. But one of the more recent ones was in custody when he.
No, he killed himself.
Yeah.
Epstein definitely killed himself.
I don't know. Just
like a lot of the other people, like handcuffed, and they shoot him, handcuffed behind the back, and they shoot themselves in the back of the head.
Yeah.
That's suicide.
Yeah, definitely.
Textbook.
Yeah.
Textbook.
Yeah, that's the way most do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Most contortionists, that's how they do it.
But yeah, no, so I guess what's the fucking name of the people that inspect a dead person, like to see how they died?
Coroner.
Autopsy. That's
Well, that's what they
the
do, isn't
report.
it?
Yeah, no. So I was thinking of both. That's why I couldn't think of either.
Yeah.
So you took one off the table, and I found the other one. So the coroner inspection had said something about that. Of they're like, he's seen a lot of people that have hung themselves.
Yeah.
And none of them had the damage that Epstein had to his whole like hyoid area, I think it's called, of like your trachea, your windpipe, like everything that fucking goes right here. It's all, a lot of it's like fine cartilage and like almost bone.
Yeah.
And that's how they know when someone's like strangled, is because it's fucking crushed, like with way more force than just like you hung yourself.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, like it's one of the worst ones I've ever seen. Like he killed himself. I'm like, that's, say that again slower.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, like this is not typical in any fucking suicide. This is this. He killed himself. Like that. Now you're scared.
But the thing is like the whole thing about the guard changes, where the guards were at when all this happened, it just seems suspect.
Yes.
But I'm sure the Clintons had nothing to do with it. They're upstanding citizens.
Couldn't even finish the word.
No, I couldn't.
Wow. They I don't, there's got to be something nice we can say about them.
They're not in office anymore.
I really appreciate that you finished your career. Good job.
Yeah, keep retired. Keep up the good work.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that works.
Yeah, that was something nice.
You have any other notes? I'm starting to get hungry. We could wrap up early, maybe.
Well, there is something I wanted to mention. I guess I actually put this note a few weeks ago, and it was like scrolled up, so I forgot it was there.
You don't erase stuff after you talk about it?
We didn't talk about it, so I didn't.
Oh.
So like I had a lot of notes on here, so that one
okay.
was. But no, apparently they're having some issues with Chinese economy still.
No.
And apparently a lot of the wealthier people in China are
shoving their money outside of the Chinese economy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
in droves, and it's if you get caught doing it, you're in a lot of trouble.
Oh, they've been doing that for fucking like 5 or 6 years though, at least.
The article I was reading was saying that they were not prepared for post-pandemic. So they're having a lot of problems in the real estate market and everything. Thing is, as a planet, we don't really want one of the bigger economies on the planet to go down. It affects all, because it's a global economy. It'll affect everybody.
Yes, but since America owes China probably like $25 trillion right now?
Yeah.
If China's economy collapses,
yeah,
can't we be like, so do I still owe you that?
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
Nothing.
Is that a proper exit for that? Or then would ours collapse because they're going to be like, hey, we need it now?
I don't know. But don't you have about that in your couch cushions?
Yeah.
Can't you just cover it?
I can draw 25 T's right here real quick. And then it's, well, I mean, but that's, so when I first read about like the Chinese economy issue, I think it was like, I want to say like 7 years ago, at least 7 to 10 years ago. And the richest like 5 to 10 people in China also had connections with their not the Federal Reserve, because I don't know that they have one, but like, who are the fuck prints money? I don't know why I can't think of that either.
Treasure.
Yeah.
Treasury.
So like they had connections with that person, so like they were printing and not really telling people, and then exiting all this fucking money to the U.S. like housing market and stocks and this and that, like everything in the U.S. Of like the top 5 to 10 people, like I think 80% of their fucking net worth was moved out of China within about six months to a year.
It's been happening for a long time. It's just I read more about it again recently. I've been reading about it every so often.
Yeah.
About the real estate and all sorts of things going bad. I've mentioned the real estate on here before.
Yeah.
I just saw more about it recently. It popped up on my phone. One of my news stories.
There's a lot going on right now.
Which, speaking of news stories, I get some fucked up news stories on my phone regularly now. They've slowed down a little bit recently, but guy kills infant baby.
Hear that, Samsung? Step it up.
I'm just.
I don't read the fucking news.
I get these
anymore.
notifications and I read them. A lot of times it was other stories about other things, but lately it's just been about like the kid who stabbed his mother while she's sleeping. I mean, multiple times.
Jesus Christ.
Like a 12-year-old kid stabbed his mom.
That's healthy.
Like 14 times.
That kills people, Carl.
New baby right across in a crib.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I keep getting these fucked up stories.
Then you just get notifications that says like, "Hey, read this."
I get a notification that says there's a news story. I pop on it. Check it out. Sometimes I ignore it because I'm tired of reading about the. It'll say.
I was gonna say, have you tried turning the fucking notifications off?
Well, but some of the stories are interesting. Some of them are not about people getting killed, but lately it's been a lot of killed. I saw something about somebody getting eaten by a bear or some shit, or an alligator or some shit.
If it's an alligator, it's probably in Florida, and they were probably trying to share their fucking ice cream cone with it. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, there's always stories from Florida.
Oh yes, that's if nobody's done this before, go on Google, type in Florida, and then your name.
Yeah, it's Florida man, and then your Florida man and your birthday.
And your birthday, but you can also do Florida, like Florida news and your name, and that'll often pull up some weird shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida man and your birthday, and hit enter on Google. And you'll probably have at least one or two
some crazy
wild
story
fucking articles.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with Florida.
Let's do those right now. So you don't have to say your birthday, just fucking.
Well, you don't have to say the year, just the day.
Yeah. Florida man. So. Wow. Yeah. Perfect. Florida man stole $600 worth of cat blood from clinic, officials say.
Wow.
Naked Florida man chases couple around Chick-fil-A parking lot.
Florida man sprays women with roach spray. Florida man pleads guilty to attempting to transfer obscene. That's all it says. It cuts off. Florida man wrecks liquor shop, blames caterpillar.
What?
Yeah.
Say that again?
Florida man wrecks liquor shop, blames caterpillar. I'm assuming it's the construction equipment from Caterpillar.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought you said.
Man sentenced in egg smuggling case.
Egg smuggling?
Yep.
Well, then when he doesn't do that anymore, now he's an ex-smuggler.
Yes. Florida woman sentenced to pulling gator from pants.
A Florida man was caught driving drunk with a squirrel in his shirt. Is that what you do? Like, if you put a squirrel in your shirt, and you're just like,
You just drive.
So do you think he put the squirrel in because he was drunk and he was trying to sober up? Or that's why he started drinking?
Keep him awake.
That's why he started drinking, because he had a squirrel in his shirt.
I want to understand this. A Florida woman who pulled a small alligator from her yoga pants during a traffic stop has been sentenced to probation after pleading guilty to 4 charges.
What's the probation going to be? Don't fucking pick up alligators?
Don't put them in your pants? Don't threaten police with them? I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Shirtless Florida man gets stuck on store roof after botched break-in.
I've heard of that one a few times. I've heard of one guy who went through the skylight of a liquor store to rob it, and then he couldn't get back out. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That guy had some drinks and smoked some cigarettes while he was waiting for the police to come and arrest him in the morning.
Yeah. Wow. Some of these are fucking... Also, I've gotten past the correct date. So, oh well. Yeah. Look that up.
Florida man says burglar broke into his home, sucked on his toes.
I saw that one.
I think we have a winner.
Do you have anything to do Tuesday night? Do you want to go break into somebody's house and
Suck
suck on their
their toes? I'll be
How do
over.
you come up?
I don't know how somebody.
How do you come up with that?
I have no idea.
Like, do you think he broke in and was like, "This motherfucker doesn't have anything I can steal. I'm just gonna fuck with him."
He probably was like,
which is almost worse.
He was probably like, "Oh shit, that's a nice flat screen in his bedroom." Then he looked over. He's like, "Shit, those are some nice toes." So I take the TV, or I'm sucking the toes. You know, the toes won. He had probably had some nice shit, but the toes were probably that nice.
See,
I'm not into feet.
I don't believe you after that.
I'm just coming up with ideas here.
I really don't understand. Like, I understand that a lot of people can have a lot of different shit that, like, makes them happy, turns them on, does whatever for them. To a point.
Feet are gross.
Feet, like, I'm semi-neutral about them. Like, I'm not like, oh my God. Like, I can see, like, that's a good-looking foot. That's a fucking awful foot. But it's like that. Like, it's a shiny penny or a dirty penny. Like, I don't fucking like pennies.
Why do you think I have so many pairs of shoes? Because I don't want to look at feet.
I thought it was
I'd rather look at my shoes.
Wanted other people to look at your shoes.
No, I bought them for me.
Oh, that's
like
good.
These shoes are on my feet right now. Somebody could think they're ugly. I don't care.
Have you showed those?
I haven't showed the bottom to those yet.
That's the purple skeleton Air Forces.
Yes. Those are my Halloween shoes. Halloween is tomorrow. But I'm going to wear them anyway. I don't care.
We need to get better at what fucking day is coming out. What day, like, what we record is coming out on. Because, like, we should have said Happy Halloween last episode.
Yeah. But we did 2 episodes on the same day.
So, like, okay, when is this going to come out? And then figure out, like, if there's something that we need to say for that one.
Yeah. Well, I do want to say before we sign off that it's coincidence that we both wore Star Wars today.
Yeah, this is the shirt Mike got me from Disneyland. It says Wingman Chewie. And then I'll show him the back. Mike's got the Millennium Falcon.
Yes.
There's the back. Mike's fucking headphones just fell off.
I'd show you the back of mine, but it's just blue.
Well,
it's just a blue shirt. But please like, follow, share, comment.
Yeah. I don't know if I upset Brandon again or not because he stopped liking the videos.
But if you comment, it helps our algorithm.
Yeah, it does. And then
if you like and share,
we can respond and fucking like just talk back and forth, whatever.
Yeah.
Facebook and Instagram at Some Offense Intended. Twitter Twitter whatever. At Some Offense Pod. YouTube. Just search Some Offense Intended on YouTube and you'll find it. It's fucking easy. Hopefully, because I'm gonna email him today or tomorrow about the video chopping stuff. We should have the first couple starting to get scheduled to post when this one comes out.
Nice.
Or soon after.
Nice.
I know I've said that before, but I actually found something that is super easy and takes minimal fucking work, and it looks good.
And we can put things on TikTok and
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels.
We've got all of
Instagram. Because it's weird. I don't understand the difference. So Facebook, like if you go through the videos, you can watch Instagram Reels, and you can also have Facebook Reels, but it's not the same as watching the Instagram Reels on Instagram.
I don't know, but we'll have to just get full coverage.
Yeah. Like
get more eyes on us.
Yeah, and we'll see how I want to. Like we have plenty of fucking plenty of video to start with, and
we have plenty.
2, like this is going to be episode 74. Like we have plenty of like ups and downs with like how many views there are, how many listens per week, and this and that. To like gauge it off of like how fucking well it increases.
And like Jeremy Scares a Bear. Did pretty well.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go out there and scream at a caterpillar.
I told you, you gotta start.
For wrecking the fucking store.
You're gonna have to scare alligators, sharks,
Okay.
mythical animals, a griffin. Because there's not really much you can do after bear. It's.
I mean, I can find.
Can you scare a silverback? That's where you gotta go next.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Never seen one.
You don't want to see one in person. They are terrifying.
But yeah, so look forward to video shorts, and when you happen to see them, hit like, hit share,
Comment.
Yeah, comment, do stuff. Tell friends goodbye.
You're gonna tell friends goodbye?